Carson Wentz is once again the starting quarterback of the Washington Commanders. Before we get into that, make sure you drop a like, make sure you comment and subscribe. And shout out to our guy right here for a dope comment on one of our recent videos letting us know who made his naughty and nice list. But, man, let's get into this topic today, man. Did Washington Commanders head coach Ron Rivera make the right move by benching Taylor Heinicke in favor of Carson Wentz?
I don't really think so. I think it seemed forced. It seemed like Rivera really wanted Heinicke out like he did last year as well. And he was waiting for an opportunity. It almost actually reminds me of when Matt Nagy wanted Mitch Trubisky out, and he went and gave Nick Foles the job as soon as Trubisky did something that was relatively bad.
Almost just waiting on an opportunity,
instantly.
Right?
And so it's like you get a fumble, a sack fumble by Nick Bosa, which, I mean, half the quarterbacks in the NFL have had that happen to them. And then he throws a pick. And, I mean, you're down 27-14, but it doesn't change the game. Like, he didn't do anything different. And I can definitely go back into games like the Tennessee Titans game, for example, where Carson Wentz threw an interception, and then he had 3 fumbles. He recovered all of them. But I just think it was more of a forced situation. I don't think they were going to win that game either way. And at this point, I'm just a little surprised because Heinicke was helping that team.
He was helping this team for the time that he had as a starting quarterback, and he did his job. I mean, for the most part, he kept his team afloat while obviously Carson Wentz was injured, and then while, he was still on the mend, while Heinicke was playing well and the team was winning games. But this was the right move by Ron Rivera. This Washington team is still, as you know, very much in contention for the NFC playoffs. And this offense needs a supercharge. They need a playmaker at quarterback. Taylor Heinicke isn't that. That's what Carson Wentz is at his core. And to further that point, the Washington Commanders haven't exceeded 20 points in a game in over a month. Since before Thanksgiving. We're past Christmas now at this point, and the one time they did exceed before Thanksgiving, exceed 20 points, that was against the Houston Texans. So obviously, needless to say, this Washington Commanders offense lacks explosiveness, which really shouldn't be the case when you look at their playmakers, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, who's having this special rookie season, 2 really good backs in the backfield with Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson. So again, Carson Wentz, I think, is going to come in and play really well. He did in the second half against, as you mentioned, the top defense in the NFL. He had a few really nice plays, threw a touchdown, completed over 70% of his passes. So he looked really good coming off the bench. I expect that to continue this weekend against the Cleveland Browns. So we'll see. I think this offense just became a lot more explosive, and that's clearly what it needs.
I mean, this offense was the same offense that Carson Wentz had, where they were like 1-4, 2-5.
But the offense,
when he got
you're right,
hurt.
They were not winning games, but
and
the offense was explosive.
He wasn't using Terry McLaurin, but it's the same weapons. It was the same thing going on, and we've talked about it before, like. With Mark Schlereth, the team chooses the quarterback, and they had chose Heinicke, and McLaurin got better and was being used more once Heinicke got put in.
That's fair.
And not only that, but it added a different dimension as far as the run game goes. Yeah, Wentz was able to do halfway decent at a point in the game where you could almost say it was garbage time because San Francisco was up 2 scores already. And even if Wentz had played that whole game, I don't think an explosive, there's no way the Commanders figure out a way to stop that offense of San Francisco, and this was just a better team beating a lesser team.
No doubt.
And at the end of the day, if I didn't see it from Wentz at the beginning of the season when there was some excitement and some momentum building, I don't expect it now. I don't expect it in the last 2 games, and we might be seeing the end of the Commanders overall for their playoff hopes.
Yeah, we might. Again, we've seen flashes from Carson Wentz this season and in the past. Obviously, those flashes have come with flashes of stuff that we don't want to see. Turnovers,
a lot of stuff we don't want to see.
Turnovers, fumbles, whatever you can name. Carson Wentz has pretty much done it, but he's also played really good football.
At this point, he's better known in a Commanders jersey for rocking some sort of Letterman from Varsity Blues back in the day with a picture. That's what he's known for. It's not for the football acumen.
Well, if we're being fair, if we're going there, Tyler Heinicke is known for buying Jordans of the opposing team that he beat. So that's
he
cool.
Beats them.
That is cool.
Yeah,
that is cool.
That's
but
better than than looking like some guy from 1974 about to hop in his Mustang to go to the milkshake shop.
Hey, man, that could change over these next 2 weeks here. And also, too, Carson Wentz, I'm thinking back to earlier in the season, he played really well, and that offense looked really explosive against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who we now know is a pretty good
who also
playoff
lost
caliber
to the
team.
Houston Texans at that time. Let's not try and mince words here.
I'm just saying.
And say that team
Carson Wentz,
back then.
I'm just saying Carson
Okay.
Wentz has looked very good at points this season and in the past. We'll see if that continues over these next 2 weeks for the Washington Commanders and Carson. But let us know in the comments, man. Did Ron Rivera make the right call going back to Wentz from Heinicke? Let us know, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Simple Questions. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out our other videos, and don't forget to smack that subscribe button down below while you're at it. Also, for more great and original content, head right over to bvmsports.com.